Guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. Light here, and today we're going to be playing the CS-63. Definitely one of the more underrated tanks in the game, underutilized as well. I don't see many in random battles, and I don't know why, because man, this tank is a hidden gem. Against other mediums, it could probably win most engagements unless they also have tungsten shells or what have you, like a Kampfpanzer 50T or 121 or something. But other than that, I mean, the DPM is good enough. The tungsten shells make it pretty good over, you know, regular tanks with constant DPM when you do have that fired up. But I'd say the armor isn't the best. It does have some troll armor hold down, but it's not too reliable. And the speed is definitely what kind of kills it. It's not the most mobile. The traverse is pretty good, but the max speed isn't the very best. So you're not going to be catching other light tanks and what have you, like other medium tanks, like a Leo or anything like a 140 or any Russian med, to be honest. But given that, the gun is pretty accurate at a decent range. Anything further than that, you would definitely have to be using the dispersion consumable. But I don't really use it. I don't like it just because I need that adrenaline and tungsten combo. Not for Amorex or anything. I don't think the caliber is strong enough for Amorex unless it's, you know, a lucky one. But yeah, other than that, let's just get right into the gameplay here. I like the tungsten and the adrenaline combo just for that, you know, the DPM and putting out a lot of damage. So you're constantly hitting over 400 or close to it with the tungsten shells. So you're basically, when the tungsten shells are on, you're basically a DPM heavy. So like you're just shooting at 6.1 seconds without the adrenaline. And yeah, with the adrenaline combo on the tungsten, you're even faster than that. So I don't think I missed anything here in Dynasty, just like with the gameplay so far, because I just took advantage of a girl that was playing a very bad position. I did use that tungsten adrenaline combo, and as you see, I pinned the Sheridan down knowing that I had, you know, the rights to spot him out, you know, the good position to spot him out, and I could tell he was still there. So we definitely took care of him with the bat chat there, and we're gonna move on and see if we get a shot on this girl. So I'm always looking at my minimap, and I see the, not only on the minimap but on my screen, that the 140 is trying to flank us on the right. So I could have stayed there and probably shot another shot on the grill, but for me it's important that I don't let the 140 get our flank. I know the game's not even close, we're already up like 4-5-6-0 now, but you know, it's just more so I did not want him to farm me or kill me or catch me by surprise, basically. So I put in a really nice track show there, and we're able to eliminate him. It was a very fast game. We had a very good team at the start of this Let's Play, so definitely very intrigued to see if the performance can hold up with the CS-63. Polish medium. Probably going to be acing this thing all gameplay just due to the fact that, you know, no one plays this thing. As you can see, with just 4.2k damage, I was able to ace it. So let's see how the gameplay goes, and let's see if we can rack up these ace tankers, because we need to take advantage that no one, again, like I said, plays this tank. This tank feels very smooth. I have not tried it with the dispersion consumable, and it won't surprise me if it's even better, because the gun, in my opinion, performs decently, you know, just good enough. But with the dispersion consumable, I can see it, you know, just skyrocketing the aim and everything for just like on the move shots in very tight scenarios. But as you see right now, I started putting the cooldown booster. I recommend you using your cooldown boosters if you don't play tournaments, just because, well, for tanks like this, so you can get that tungsten shell a bit faster and those special consumables faster if you do have like a super speed boost or reactive armor. But usually, like, I don't run them, but since it's a gameplay, I was like, yeah, it's worth it. It'll make the tank a little better for you guys, just because I'll get to those tungsten shells a little faster and better. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing that, using my cooldown boosters for like a gameplay video. It's wasting only like 6 to 8 of them, like for 6 to 8 battles, so it doesn't matter. I'm spotting here in, I'd say, Lagoon. Yes, I almost forgot the name of the map. So I'm spotting a lagoon, and this is just a typical medium spot that you can spot the heavies or TDs crossing to the A cap, basically. And you do have to be careful though. So if you do shoot tanks here in this side of the spawn, you do have clear shots if they go hold down from the, I wouldn't say ruins because they're not ruins, but I'd say like the remaining structure there. I don't know what it is, but yeah, you do have shots there, but you got to be careful because that bush does not cover you. Other than that, I mean, I think I'm going to start working on a flank here as soon as I get a shot there because the T-30 was spotted there some seconds ago. I was going to go flank, but seeing that the E4 and the Chieftain were there and I didn't spot anyone else, it means that they're camping. And so I get the confirmation as you look on my left and on the minimap. Yeah, they're camping their spawn, so I'm just going to rush this side with my team. And we're going to try and clear this Chieftain as fast as possible. So I popped the tungsten shell here, putting a shot on the Chieftain. And we're going to keep applying pressure here just because I know that I'm safe from any TDs or what they have in spawn since they're distracted. I put in a hat shot there, but again, the gun isn't as responsive as like a very accurate gun, like a even a STB. So I just get the shot there. And I get safe from cover. This guy is very keen on shooting me. But he has a grill right behind him, so why not shoot the grill? The grill just fires. He's focusing on me, but I put a really nice track shell, predicting that he was going to turn that way to me. But unfortunately, he does get a shot here. And I'm not able to shoot him because he gets eliminated. So here, right, something I want to point out soon. So first off, I'm definitely waiting to see if they peek over, but they're very smart, and what they're going to do is they know all the tanks are spotted, right? They're all going to the right. I was going to go for a crossfire angle on the left to cover my waffle here, but the thing is I'd be alone and I'd be their next target. I feel like many players struggle with that notion. So if you pick up a kill, right, and you want more damage, yeah, it's cool to go get a crossfire angle, but you're going to be dead because you're not with your team. So more likely than not, in order to just finish the game cleanly, just go with your team. Wherever your team is going, I think you'll have a higher success of surviving and obviously winning the game. So now the score is basically almost even, and I'm very glad I went with the team here just because I can dictate the pace now and the pressure because I can get some map control on them and I will not be worried about being left alone since my team is very close by. They can help me with this. So I put in a shot in the 50B, a nice HE roll as well. So I put in that kill shot, and I'm gonna go for the IS-8 here, just because I know the Caro, he would have been spotted leaving there because my team is in mid. So I know that the Caro now is spotted on the minimap, and I can just work on this IS-8. I'm gonna put in a nice track shell, aiming for it, and it looks like he ran out of repair kit. So I'm gonna take advantage of that, and I'm gonna put in shots here and probably finish the game with another ace because I am just farming this guy for free with no one else helping me. So it looks like also he's not the best player because you're gonna see here he shoots me, but I gun blocked him. He wasn't patient enough for that, so I got a really nice gun block. The barrel is really long in this tank. Pause. But yeah, for some reason I don't see why like people aren't gun blocking this thing a lot. Like this thing is so good at gun blocking. I'm not sure. I didn't see really quick there. Like right now in this video, I didn't see if I got an ace there. If I did, I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, this tank is definitely one of the, like I said at the start of the video, underutilized tanks. I don't see a lot of like players playing it for, like YouTube and gameplays and stuff like that. Probably because, yeah, it's not the best tank, but honestly, it's better than a lot of mediums in the game. Like, I mean, something that comes to mind for me, I know a lot of people will disagree, but it's better than the 121 in terms of both tanks having a tungsten shell. Just because this has just a tad bit more gun depression, maybe like a couple degrees over it, just because the 121 has no gun depression whatsoever. And it has the ability, just to shoot something slightly hold down. It can't do it permanently, but Yeah, it can do it slightly if you like manipulate your gun depression against some certain like parts of the map and stuff. So here in Mine Ruins, I'm gonna definitely take the mid bridge here, and I spotted something. So it looks like the 50B and other tanks are in town, but then I spot the Progetto. So I'm like, man, what the heck is this guy doing here? So their team's playing split, but their mediums are playing very passive. And so I don't want to be overzealous and push anything because I have nothing to push. So what I'm going to do here is just chill at the bridge for a bit. Make sure I have no attention on me. I shoot the 6.8 version 4. And I see the Yak coming into us, but no one has shots on me here in this peak on the Sheridan. So I'm going to put in a nice shot on the Sheridan. I see the Progetto pressuring up. And what I'm going to do is get a very good angle here. Knowing that the seaside is protected with 2 tanks, I can be safe to do this. And put some shots here in this Yag. I was just checking just a bit before I was going to commit to this play and pop the tungsten and adrenaline, that I was safe in doing so. And I see the 6.8 on my right, but he has no gun depression to shoot me. And so I'm going to put shots in the Yag and hopefully finish him off. So the Minotaur finishes him off before he gets eliminated. And now I have complete farm on this Concept 1B. And I don't mind trading here just because I can run away easily. And yeah, I'm not going to die if we keep trading. Just because I do have that 2-for-1 shot advantage constantly with my DPM compared to him. And I did have those couple tungsten rounds at the start of our engagement. So I'm just shredding this guy like butter. As you can see, the DPM is very nice, especially with the tungsten shells. As you saw, that helped me a bit with this engagement. And what I'm going to do now is just leave him at a 1-shot. My teammate's going to eliminate him and already drive to the next objective, which are the 2 tanks alive, the 100 and the 50B here. Again, it's pretty mobile. As you see, it's pretty fast, but it's not mobile against other mediums that are faster, like the Russian mediums or light tanks in general, like the Bad Chat, the LT, the Vickers, etc. So here I'm going to create an angle of crossfire with the Sheridan if they push him. I was going to load the HE here, but I see I don't have any penetration value on the 50B. And I'm just going to go for a track here in the next one if the 50B decides to rush me. And so it looks like the 50B is. So I'm going to aim in a track shot without being in sniper mode. And I get the track shot there. And he gets racked there. So I have an opportunity to shoot him. And I end up getting the elimination here. And I go for the shot on the E100 there, on the track there, just aiming it in just because he's on a reload, so there's no rush there. Definitely a great win for us, and our highest damage for this gameplay so far, which is very nice to see. I think our teams have been pretty solid. They haven't been, camping and spawn like, some other gameplays or AFK or anything like that, so it's very good to see that at the regular time of playing like that, we can get some pretty good teams consistently. So I had to applaud Wargaming, honestly. They did a very good job with reverting the skill-based matchmaking, because the skill-based matchmaking before was very bad. Like, so many players just stopped playing the game, and that's why they had to revert it back to normal, because they're losing a lot of money in the game. So I feel like money talks, and yeah, if you're not getting any money with a game that you're developing, then you're probably doing something wrong. And so yeah, here in Castilla, I'm gonna go up with the Leo here, and you just see that the Leo just destroys me with the mobility there, and he's just pulling distance away from me. So knowing that, I can go up safely here, knowing that I won't ram him and lose my momentum and not get up here. So I'm just gonna try and see if I can spot something on the left initially. I expect that Sheridan to be here, so there he is. Actually, he's on the other side spotting our TDs. But I'm gonna make a quick peek here just because the TDs aren't normally set up too fast. So I put in a shot there, and now he's forced to back down. So here I have 10 seconds until I'm unspotted. Let's see if I wait. I don't think I do though. Yeah, I was not unspotted as the WT shot me from spawn. Looks like he's camping on the big hill. So I'm going to put a tungsten shell just to guarantee the elimination with our Conqueror. But the thing is, I was just a little too late on that, so I could have probably saved my tungsten there. But it's fine, it doesn't matter. I don't think we're going to have to be rushing and eliminating anything soon, so I'm going to take the far left just because the 183 is not spotted. And yeah, I don't want to run into him and just get double tapped by him in the WT here, so I want to see if I can put a blind shot here in the bush. Maybe the WT's camping it, waiting for me, or the 183 is probably in the corner as well, pre-aiming me. I just don't want to rush in here and lose all my HP. I'm going to try to get a shot there. I thought I put it at a decent, at a very decent range for me to track him or what have you, but it's completely fine. I just don't think it was the best play shot there. So I'm going to put in a shot in the IS-7. Honestly, I could have aimed that all the way in. Yeah, it was a pretty accurate shot, but the thing is, like, I had no one pre-aiming me. I was in no rush. I could have waited maybe an extra half a second there just to fully aim in there and get the clear shot on him, but yeah, unfortunately I don't. And as you can see, the snapshotting ability on the CS-63 isn't the best. Here, again, I don't know why, but I was very timid of the 183. He's been unspotted the whole game, and he's probably, you know, like rushing me with a WT or something. That's why I haven't committed to the WT yet, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bank on the 183 just kind of being here with the WT, so I don't want to take any damage from the WT. And so I put in a track shell, I messed up his shot, but on the minimap, as you can see now, the 183 spotted. And so I pretty much wasted all this time for no reason. But I would say it was for good measure though, because honestly, like, if I wasn't playing so cautious and the 183 and the WT were together and I just rushed the WT, then I'm dead, because he can just hush me and the WT can hit me for like one shot and that's it. That's my game. So yeah, unfortunately we had a good team there while I was pretty much distracted by that WT and spawn, so it didn't really get me a lot of damage. But yeah, unfortunate for us. We'll try to make it up in the next game for sure. I thought I would have guaranteed damage with that 183 and the WT, but it ended up only being the WT, so we couldn't really pop off there for that game. But here we are in Ghost Factory, one of my least favorite maps for playing any tank, really. A TD, medium, heavy. It's just, like, I don't know, like, engagements on this map are very hard to really win with your team, because many teams, one, they either commit to the corner on A and they're stuck there, hold down from the other spawn, and they're just getting bled out, or like they go factory and then like there's no fight and then you end up splitting off. It's just a very awkward map for random battles. But yeah, unfortunately, as you can see, I don't have gun depression, so when I peeked this and I saw the Sheridan, I thought I would have decent gun depression as I moved a little down slightly to get the better angle, but I did not have any gun depression there on the ridge where I was peeking a little bit ahead of that bush. So I'm going to start trying to put headshots on this Patton. It was pretty well aimed in, but dispersion isn't the very best on this tank, so you know, you're not going to hit crazy shots. But there I was going to hit another cupola, or try to at least, but then he just over peaks, disregarding me, and I just get an easy track shot there. And I'm going to put in another shell here. As you can see, the gun's pretty accurate, so wherever you aim at a close distance, you're most likely going to hit. So I'm going to put in another shot here, but it ricochets just off the back of him. Unfortunately, I thought it was a well-aimed shot, but it's fine. I put in my tungsten shell again, and I get the elimination, which is not what I wanted, but I'll take it. Just because I have the tungsten shell. So right here, I know this guy's pinned. He has no support just because those buildings are covering me from his team, if they are playing just slightly outside the factory. And I just wanted to take advantage of my tungsten, so I put in a tungsten shell or two in him, and I'm going to try to eliminate him here, but he repairs the track just in time. So this tank has decent DPM, just good enough, but it doesn't have anything great, so you can't perma track tanks or anything like that. So I am going to the left side here, and I'm going to try to go for that isolated M6 yo. And the reason I'm doing that is just because everything's already spotted. So, I mean, I have all the freedom, and I have all the HP because I was not trading earlier in the game. So I'm going to go a really good HE here, I think. And I'm going to just take advantage of him here at the backside. And knowing that he shot his 2 shells now, I can just freely farm him with my team. I know my tungsten shells come in like about 5 seconds now, but I don't know if I should waste it. And then here I was like, you know what, why not? So it was for good measure. I get the max roll with the tungsten. Unfortunately though, I couldn't get anything higher because that is the max roll. So let's see if I can play towards the left hand side where the car and the grill were spotted. And so I was just being a little cautious just because if I go right out the little door there, I'd be destroyed. But then I see the car 45T eliminated himself, so I was like, yeah, there's no fear now. I'm just gonna go in for the grill, and the grill's full HP, so I'm probably gonna get a nice farm here. He hits a really nice shot on me. Well, actually I take that back, the grill has a very accurate gun. So what I'm gonna do is just go hold down here. Make sure he has very minimal shots in me, that if he does want to eliminate me, excuse me, not eliminate me, if he does want to shoot me, he's gonna have a very hard time doing so. So he's not running spotlighter, and I take advantage and get some pretty good farm to end the game, almost putting all the shots in the grill there at the end. So I get another ace tanker. I feel like every game is probably gonna be an ace tanker, I'm not gonna lie. Every game above 4K, that is. So the camo, right? I feel like, so I did this like little mini event in the game, right? And they gave you a pretty cool camo from it. It's one that's still going on right now, I believe. And yeah, it looks really good. So I put it on the CS-63 like days ago. And then I saw it in the garage briefly, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't see a lot of people doing gameplays on the CS-63. And I'm just gonna go ahead. The camo looks nice on the tank, and let's see where it goes. So I just started recording, and you know, we got a pretty good gameplay for you guys. So very nice for just the channel's sake that, you know, CS-63 ended up working out. And hopefully it'll get a lot of more people playing it because, again, I feel like it's very underrated. As you can see, I mean, everything you want a medium to do, it does. And it has tungsten shells, so your lack of DPM gets made up with the tungsten for at least, you know, seconds there. And if you have a cooldown booster, you're gonna be able to use the tungsten shells a bit more often in one battle. So yeah, I do recommend using the cooldown boosters if you don't play tournaments. So here the team's very split, right? It's probably gonna be half and half. You have half the team at A, the enemy team that is, and half the team at C. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put a lot of pressure on this Conqueror. And I'm just gonna pop the tungsten, and I'm just gonna trade with the Conqueror, right? Not the best trade, but at least it'll give my team an incentive to push with me. So I'm gonna get safe from the Yag using this tank right here of water, it seems like, and then I'm gonna get the elimination on the Conqueror before he even fires his other shell. But it looks like the Yag here is not even paying attention to me. He's looking at tanks in the mid, so I'm gonna take advantage of him, putting a shot in him. I'm not gonna switch to premium on this shell. I'm just gonna wait a little bit until he turns my way, and I could get a very nice AP shell there. And we're just farming this dude here. I'm gonna put in a track shell here, put him in place, maybe get some assisted damage. And he tracks him the 114, and the TL7120 ends up getting the elimination. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. I got a very weird lag there, as you saw briefly, but that didn't matter because I wasn't firing at anyone. For some reason, I don't know, I've been getting those recently. Hopefully in the next update that'll stop, because I feel like my Wi-Fi is pretty good. So I'm going to try and put in some shells here, but the Yag is very smart, knowing that he was on an angle. I thought that shot would have hit, but again, very risky with the server right now. So I'm just gonna go for clear shots here on the Yag. It looks like he's just given up at that point, putting the gun in the air. Unfortunate for him. But yeah, we get the elimination there, or we as a team get the elimination there. And I'm gonna go on the balcony and see if I can farm off the 268 version 4 if he's still alive, because I know the other tank will probably go down soon since he's not as well armored. So I'm gonna go on this balcony and I'm gonna test the HE of this tank. And I'm very surprised I couldn't HE the back of the minnow. But one thing I do want to talk about briefly, as you see me just see if I could get some shots here. I hit the gun of the tank that was already eliminated, unfortunately. So that shot in the Sheridan didn't hit, even though it was pretty well aimed. So I'm going to put in a shot here in the 54. And as you're seeing me kind of, play with the gun here a bit, try to see if I can get enough gun depression to get these eliminations. I want to talk about the gun depression really quick, that I feel like the gun depression isn't the best. But again, as you could use some terrain like this to get some gun depression, manipulate gun depression for you. So if that's a killer for the tank, just see if you can get to some spots, and work around here, or different spots whatsoever in game, so you can get some really nice shots down. So the only reason I did not rush the Sheridan right away is because the Sheridan and just one shot from the batch could eliminate me, and since they were so well together, I couldn't just rush in. So that's why I was pretty patient there in the end game, trying to survive my best. So I get damage into 6 tanks, which is almost every tank in the game, and I end up getting another ace tanker. So yeah, this gameplay is just probably just ace tanker after ace tanker. It's crazy the amount of ace tankers you can get in this tank. It's insane. I feel like if you go take advantage of it right now as you're watching the video, maybe after or what have you, go play this tank and you're gonna get ace tankers. Just do over 4k, get a few kills, and just survive to the end, and you'll definitely secure an ace tanker if it's difficult for you to get ace tankers whatsoever. So another thing I want to talk about as we're starting this game, the penetration value. For me, I don't look at the numbers. Again, it's always about the feel of the tank, and playing this tank just briefly here, I don't think the penetration is that good, to be honest. The HE penetration is not good just because the standard penetration isn't good whatsoever. I feel like you saw the game, I was looking at the YAG. Pretty much the whole upper plate was red, even looking down on it a bit. So yeah, it doesn't have the best pen, but you do get away with decent DPM, and with tungsten even better. So I don't think the pen should take you away from playing the tank. If anything, it'll make you better. You should aim a bit more at the weaker points of tanks instead of just spamming heat, so you can maximize your damage. So this bat chat ends up rushing us here, and we end up perma-tracking him. But it looks like he's very keen on not using his repair kit for some reason until he fires his entire clip. So we take advantage of that, knowing that I think I heard the Caro shoot 2 shells. So the max number of shells I'm going to take here are 2. And so with that information, I'm just going to go ahead and shoot him here. So it looks like he's very keen on holding that last shell. Unless that was his last shell there, because he does not end up shooting me there. So if you're against a clipper and he kills your driver or something, as you saw there, I'm going to put in a really nice shell in the 50B there before he goes down. But if you're in a really tight predicament and you're solo against a tank and they're a clipper and they clip you out, do not repair your dead driver or what have you. That's not going to affect the battle. Unless it's like an ammo rack, a damage to an ammo rack or something, definitely repair it right away. But everything else, like a track or what have you, don't repair it right away, because you can get set on fire or your ammo rack can get damaged after. So try to use your repair kit after getting clipped, like you saw there with the Caro. So here going in, I don't want to go in on this E100, so I'm going to go in through the bottom here and this little canal ditch, and I'm going to see where the 183 is. I kind of want to spot him here on the left. Unfortunately though, I don't think I am, and we're going to see this 183 here finally spotted. I put a track shot. I thought that was going to pen, but unfortunately it doesn't, and I end up trading with the E100, which isn't the best trade. But I don't know, I felt like, man, I had a free shot there, so why not pop the tungsten? But looking back at it, it was definitely not the best play to make. you don't want to trade with higher alpha guns. The only trades you want to do are against mediums and lights of the same or lower alpha, because you're going to win the trades with the tungsten shells. So I'm going to back off here, not knowing where the Foch is, but then I see the Foch on the far left. So I'm just going to go back to my position, and I'm going to chill a bit just because they're very distracted here, and the only tank that can shoot me is a Type 71 here if he keeps going forward. So I'm going to try and pop in a shell here on the left on this U100, but he's very smart. You're going to see, man, this guy, I don't know, he's very big brain because he's not letting me get any shots. He's very smart and very aware, knowing that if I'm not there, he can move up now. So I'm going to put in a shot in the Type 71 if he gets spotted again. I pop in that HE just to see if I could have tracked him there. But unfortunately, the velocity just wasn't good enough. So I'm just going to get the elimination in the Foch. And the game's still close, because if I get eliminated, chances are we probably don't win this game. Just because you can never trust random teammates, especially when they're pretty low HP compared to already a smart player in the U100 there. So I'm going to put in a shell here on the Type 71 over here on under these obstacles here and whatnot. So putting a shell there in the Type 71. He's gonna dip down so he won't get shot. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna play on this B cap, and I'm gonna see if I can get some shots in the 100. Just because I see the 62A rushing here on this side. So I'm going to aim in a shot here with tungsten. And it was pretty well aimed center of the turret. But again, it's not the most accurate for snapshotting the CS-63, that is. So I'm going to chill a bit, see if I can get angles on the U100. And again, the U100 is very smart. He's not just blindly rushing tanks or going to certain positions without looking at being crossfired and stuff. So he almost turns and shoots me. But, you know, good thing I had very good teammates that were able to eliminate him there. Just because I thought he was just going to keep being safe from us. But, yeah, he saw where our guns were pointed. So, again, that E100 is definitely probably one of the smarter players I've seen in random battles. So, I took my time there aiming in that shot on the Type 71 just because, I mean, I had all the time in the world. So, with the trail gun like this, sometimes you want to take all the time you need, especially if you're very safe in doing so. So I get another 4K game, and again, another ace tanker. So ladies and gentlemen, play this tank as much as you can. And yeah, let me know what you think about it. So here's my equipment really quick again before I leave. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.